Hello and welcome to video number 2, Social Signals. Now that we have optimized the video as much as possible, we've gotten up onto YouTube and optimized it as well. Now we can focus on the marketing part, which is basically creating social backlinks to it. And there are many different ways of going about doing this, but I'm going to show you the way that I do it so that you can pretty much use what I use and it works really well. So let's get started. Now, before I show you step by step what to do, I want to talk briefly about how I go about doing this. Basically, I grab the YouTube video link, which is the link that YouTube gives you. So for example, if you go to YouTube, this is the link that they give you. Now, going back over to here, basically what I look for is I use specific avenues and specific options of social backlinks, and I point them to the YouTube video link. Now, I don't want to slam the YouTube video link with too many social backlinks. Otherwise, when YouTube looks at it, they think, oh, that's just some other sneaky guy trying to create tons and tons of backlinks. And they're going to detect that. So you want to do it on a slow, consistent basis. I know you're excited about getting a lot of traffic and ranking high, but it's better to do it slowly but surely, so that point is YouTube sees you as, okay, this video is legit. So to do that, what I do is I basically point social backlinks, whether it's Twitter, retweets, whether it's, likes, YouTube likes, Facebook shares, Reddit, social bookmarking, backlinks, and things like that. So I do social bookmarking, I do social shares, and everything like that. And what I'll try to do is I'll try to get somebody else to generate basically some backlinks. Now, I don't do this all myself. I don't do it because it's just a super tedious process. It's such a tedious process that it's just easier to get somebody who has, has their system set up. They're getting good rankings themselves in their networks and things like that. So it's good to leverage their networks. So after I generate some social backlinks to the YouTube video itself, I don't point all the backlinks to the YouTube video itself, basically. What I do next is over the month, I'll get somebody else to do some SEO over the month for the YouTube video link. That way, it's on a consistent basis over the month or over the next few months. Because Google is going to want to see consistency. They're not going to want to see that you got 10,000 likes in a day. They want to see that it's consistent over the period of a week and a month and so forth. Now, then what I'll do is, for example, social batch number 1 will link to YouTube video. Then I do SEO over a month period to the YouTube video. Now here's what I do that's one step further, where I don't bombard that video link with tons and tons of backlinks. What I do next is I do the same thing I did earlier. I create social backlinks by doing Twitter retweets, social shares, Reddit social bookmarking type stuff, and I do it to the social backlinks batch number 1. And then I get somebody to do SEO over the month period to the social backlinks number 1. That way, what happens here is Google will follow backlinks. And then they see, okay, whoa, cool. This social backlinks number 1, because normally when they're created, they don't really have a lot of weight. But if you think about it, once you start pointing to these links actually have more leverage. And because these more have And because these have more leverage now over the month or 2 months and so forth, your YouTube video now has better ranking. So as you can see, it's kind of like a pyramid or a chain link. The link over here now has more popularity then the link over here now has more popularity as well. So basically, it ends up looking like this. Batch 1, actually batch 2, batch 1, and then YouTube video. And you can go further if you want. You could do batch 3 if you want. You could do batch 3, which links to batch 2, then links to batch 1, and then all of a sudden you have this YouTube video. Because if you think about it, naturally what happens? Naturally, if a video is viral, then, I mean, yeah, you might get some other people linking to it. But if you're doing it yourself, naturally what happens is somebody shares a video. Then their friends share the video. And then their friends point to them and share the video. That's what naturally happens, because you want to look as natural as possible to YouTube and Google. You don't want to just send, 10,000 links to a YouTube video, or much less get 10,000 views or get 10,000 likes to a YouTube within a day, or much less within a week. Because if it's, and then what if it stops? Then Google thinks, oh, hold on a minute. This video got 10,000 views in a day and it stopped. This is probably just somebody trying to beat the system. So if you can look as natural as possible, that is going to be a plus. Now, going back over to here, let's apply this. So what we need to do is basically copy this link. And then what I do is I head on to Fiverr.com. I absolutely love Fiverr.com. I use it. I use the services. I get people who are doing it on a consistent basis to do it because they know how to do it the best. So, for example, one thing I like to do in terms of linking people directly to the YouTube video link in terms of social backlinks batch number 1 is by using Tribe Pro. Tribe Pro is basically a system, as you can see, that allows your message to be shared across unlimited social networks. And it's super duper powerful because basically you can do it yourself, but as you can see, it does cost some money. So for the Plus and the Pro version is, as you can see, the first month's price is $39.99. And then, of course, it costs a fee after that. Now, that's the reason why I say Fiverr.com, because if you don't really have, money to invest in that, or like me, you just would rather get somebody else to do it for you that already has a huge network built in Tribe Pro, I would go to Fiverr.com and simply find somebody, type in Tribe Pro, make sure that there's no space in between it, do a search, and then click on rating. And by clicking on rating, you get the people that have the best feedback at the top. Now, what I tried to do is over the course of a week, I will basically go through these, and we'll open it up right here. And what I'm interested in is because different people have different networks, they're going to have different accounts, which is a plus. You don't want to have somebody do all of your social backlinks because, Google's going to see, oh, it's just all from the same person or all from the same links or from the same accounts. So as you can see, this person delivers in 8 days and they'll share it with 1,000 real people, which then those people will share it and share it again. So get 8 days. And what I found is most of these people don't really deliver until 8 days. So what I'll do is I'll buy all these and I'll get this person to do it. And then the next day I'll submit this. The next day I'll submit this. Maybe a week later I'll submit this, and so forth and so forth. Now, like I said earlier, you don't want to bombard with too many social backlinks. You want to do stuff like social bookmarking. So what I would do is at this point I would do social bookmarking. And then of course I click on rating, and then of course I would find people to do social bookmarks. Now, after about a week's time, I will come back and I will basically just buy one of these again. But instead of linking back to my YouTube video link, what I'll do here is I'll get some links and I'll pick and choose the links. For example, the social bookmarking. When you do social bookmarking, usually they will provide you with the links. Now, some don't. So you'll need to contact the seller, make sure that you get the links. Some people won't get it to you, and I've actually run into that same problem. But if you get the links, then what you can do is just pick and choose those links and then use those Tribe Pro gigs to basically get these people to link to batch number 1. And then of course batch number 2, batch number 3, and stuff like that. Now, after I've done this, where I've linked batch number 2 to batch number 1, I will take a step further and I'll do stuff like retweets, like Twitter retweets. And Twitter retweets are basically people who retweet your Twitter message, and it goes across multiple accounts. For example, as you can see, it says I will receive Twitter retweets, 50 times. They'll do it 20 times and more. It says I will give you 1,000 Twitter retweets with 30 days drip feed. I like the drip feed services because drip feed means that over the course of a 30-day period, that way you're not having to look at it every single day. And that way it looks like it's consistent and natural. So going back over here, you can do retweets from batch 2 to batch number 1, even batch 1 to the YouTube video link. And the purpose of this is like you can mix and match. It really, from what I've done, it really doesn't really matter. Just you don't want to slam your YouTube video link. That's the point. Now, if you can find the drip feed services, that is a plus. One guy that I use specifically for SEO is SEO_alchemy. And if you click on, I will create SEO Alchemy 300 social bookmarks and so forth. What I do in this case is I do SEO over a month period. And I actually use this particular guy to point to my YouTube video and to my social backlinks 1. Now, as you can see here, he'll get you, wiki links, edu links, bookmarks. And the key here is you need a variety. You don't want just one. You want a variety of different types of links. And so this guy's good. I can definitely vouch for him. But that's really the point here. You can do that. But the one thing I don't really do is like Facebook likes. I don't really get thousands and thousands and thousands of Facebook likes. But I do get Facebook. Don't delete. And there you go. That's pretty much what I do for this particular step. Now you can go further and get YouTube video likes, YouTube video views, Facebook likes, Google Plus likes, and other things like that. But there is a certain way of doing it, and I'll show you that in the next video.